Hey guys, it's Anya, otherwise known as Pink Sweets here on YouTube, and I'm really excited to do today's video because my friend Kyra from JourneyInBeauty, I will link her channel up here and down in the description box down below, created her own tag here on YouTube, and I went ahead and decided I'm going to do the tag. So I'm really excited. I think she came up with some really great questions, and I just think it's a really fun tag. So, and she did tag me in it, so here we are. So I'm going to read the questions from my phone here, and we're just going to go through them. So the first question is, what is the dirtiest and most well-loved and abused product in your collection? So for me, that would be the Juvia's Place Masquerade palette, which looks like this, and inside looks like this. And if I were to hold it like completely face down, this one shade, the purple one there on the end, would just fall out. So this palette has got to be the one that I use the most out of all of my palettes, which is saying a lot because I own a lot of eyeshadow palettes and I just love that palette. It's great for neutral looks, which I don't do a lot, but it's great for that. And it's also great for, I almost dropped the phone. It's also great for colorful makeup looks as well. The second question is, what is your dirty secret makeup habit you would never show on camera and wouldn't want anyone to see? Well, at first I thought, I don't have any of those, but I do. So a lot of times in my videos, I use a color switch when I'm switching my brushes and I'm, swirling it in the color switch and cleaning off the brushes. But sometimes I'm wiping the brushes off on my pants, like my pajama pants. I cannot tell you how many pajama pants I have that have eyeshadow stains on them because I will forget my color switch in the other room, and instead of just getting up to go get it, I will just swatch my brushes on my pants. So that is something I probably would not show on camera. Although technically you see it, you just don't know what's happening, but now you do. Number 3 is, what is a product you secretly want but others have canceled the product or the brand? That would be none, because I personally will buy whatever the heck I want, and I will use whatever the heck I want from whatever brand I want to use it from. I know that there are a lot of controversial brands, Jeffree Star being one of them. You guys know that I personally do buy from Jeffree Star, and I actually named one of my dogs Jeffree Star. The heater just kicked on, or not, no, not the heater in this late in the year, no, the air conditioner, sorry. Yeah, so I use Jeffree Star. I have a lot of Kat Von D stuff. I don't use my Kat Von D stuff on camera as much, but I'm not going to throw it out. I'm not going to declutter it. I spend a lot of money on it, and I may not agree with certain, things that she does, or a lot of things that she does, but I did already spend my money on it, and me throwing it in the trash is not going to do any good for anybody except for me wasting my money. I probably, usually if I do like a playing with makeup, where I don't mention the brands, that's when I tend to use like Kat Von D. There are certain brands that I don't like to support, and I haven't bought anything new from Kat Von D in a while, but if I want a product, whether someone else has canceled the brand or not is not going to stop me from purchasing it if it's something that I want. So let's see, what is number 4? Number 4 is, what is a product that makes you feel guilty because you don't use it enough or it's not cruelty free, etc. That would be my Natasha Denona palettes. Let me actually go grab those because I forgot them, but I'll be right back. Okie doke. So my Natasha Denona palettes, I definitely do not give these enough love. Most of them were given to me as gifts. So I have the Natasha Denona Green Brown palette, which I have swatched a lot of the shades and they do become dusty, so that's the only reason they look used. The Natasha Denona Purple Blue palette, and then the Natasha Denona Tropical palette, and the Natasha Denona Lila palette, and Oh, I forgot the Sunset palette. Well, I have the Sunset palette as well. And then I have this one, which this one is the Star palette, and this one actually arrived with like 3 shades broken, so Sephora did end up refunding me. But the Star palette and the Tropical palette are the only 2 that I've purchased for myself. The other ones were gifted to me, and I feel like I don't use them enough. I feel like part of the reason is because I have so much makeup in front of me here. If you just saw the mess, I'm sorry. But yeah, most of them were gifted to me, and I just don't use them on camera as much. I don't know why. I think, first of all, I don't think it's the best eyeshadow formula, especially not for the price point. But I also, I don't know, I guess I just feel like the few times that I have used it, I got a few comments saying like, oh, I would never spend that much on an eyeshadow palette. And I think I let it sway my opinion a little bit as to whether I should use it on camera or not. I am going to be doing a video coming up in the next couple of weeks, probably, where I use all my most expensive products, and then I'm going to do another one where I use my least expensive products. So I will probably use some of them in that. I have used them a few times on my channel. I don't know. They're just also not my favorite palettes. I like that I own them. I love having them in my collection, but they're just not the eyeshadow palettes that I reach for the most. And I guess because of the price, it makes me feel guilty. And because they were gifts, it makes me feel guilty that I don't use them as much. So I definitely want to start using them more. But yeah, those were the ones that came to mind when I read that question. Let's see. Oh, what is a dirty makeup rule you break and don't give a hoot who knows? I.e. keeping mascara too long, using a wet sponge and depressed powder, etc. I believe that there are no rules in makeup whatsoever. I do whatever I want. Sometimes I bring my eyeshadow all the way up to my eyebrow. I've gotten a lot of comments in the past about that, like just when I first started my channel. When I first started my channel, I would get comments about the fact that I don't blend as much as most people do. I personally love sharp edges and like the more unblended editorial type of look, and I know that that's not everybody's favorite, but that's something that I like to do. But again, I don't really feel like there are any rules in makeup. In terms of like rules as far as how long you keep your makeup, as long as it still performs and smells okay and looks okay, I will keep my products for as long as I want to. My eyeshadows, I like to take, alcohol wipes and just sanitize them like once a month and just wipe off the tops of the eyeshadows. And I actually do that like when I'm watching TV, like I'll go through my eyeshadow palettes and do that just to help keep them longer. But yeah, so that's something I do. Let's see, what's the oldest product in your collection? So I have it right here. The oldest product in my collection would be my Urban Decay Electric palette. This was my first eyeshadow palette that I ever purchased, and it has definitely been loved. And yep, so that would be my oldest. I don't even remember when this came out, but I do remember when it came out. I had to have it, and I love it still. I actually have a backup of it because I needed backups of things at one point. And I bought a backup of it when they discontinued it, which I wish they would bring it back because I think it's one of the only good eyeshadow palettes other than the Kristen Leanne palette that they've come out with in a long time. What is your guilty pleasure YouTube channel you love to watch? My guilty pleasure YouTube channel would be Rich Lux. I was going to say some of my true crime channels, but I don't really see them as a guilty pleasure because I think that it is important to have true crime channels to bring awareness to different cases and stuff like that. So in terms of guilty pleasure, I would say Rich Lux and Luscious Massacre. I absolutely love watching both of them. I think they're hilarious. I think deep down, like, they're really good people too. Like, I know they make drama videos and videos about people, but they never take it too far, and I really love Rich Lux, so I would definitely say him. And then I started loving Luscious Massacre when I started watching Rich Lux. What is your worst makeup skill and or worst makeup phase you went through? My worst makeup skill would definitely be either putting on lashes or liquid liner. As you guys know, I've been learning that with you guys as well, you know, how to do it. And I don't practice as often as I should. I really want to try to practice more because I feel like if I could get liquid liner down, especially, I could do more graphic liner looks, which I really, really love. So I think that that is one of the skills that I would like to get better at that I'm really not good at all. And I watch people do not only liquid liner, but like gel liner with a brush. And I'm like, how did you get it on that straight? Like, I don't understand. But I also am not artistic at all outside of makeup. Like, I cannot paint, I cannot draw, I cannot do any of that stuff. So it doesn't surprise me that, you know, drawing a straight line in, you know, with a wing and all that stuff, why that's like my weakness. So, and also I feel like when I put on eyelashes, I don't feel like I ever get them on to the point where they're so comfortable that I could just wear them all day. And I don't know if that's my application technique or just that I will never feel comfortable wearing lashes, but those are the two things. And as far as my worst makeup phase, I don't think I ever had a, no, I did. I had a, well, not a terrible makeup phase, but I used to not, like, never ever use liquid foundation. I only used powder foundation from MAC, and it was the MAC Studio Fix powder foundation, which to this day, sometimes that's all I'll throw on if I don't feel like doing like a full liquid foundation with powder and concealer and all that stuff. But at the time, I was not properly moisturizing, and I was using a shade that was too light for me, so my skin was really pale and kind of dry looking, and that wasn't a good look. And I have a few pictures where like my skin is just like, I look like a vampire. So name a product you would do, wait, you would do? No, you would or do share with your bestie, but probably shouldn't or might consider gross. I don't know. I think that, you know, like for instance, if Allyson and I lived closer to each other, she's my bestie here on YouTube, I'll link her channel up here. If we lived close to each other and we were getting ready to go somewhere and she was like, hey, can I borrow your lipstick? Like, I would totally let her. Mascara, I don't know. It wouldn't be because I'm worried about the person. It's just that it's not sanitary. But I don't know. I'd probably share anything with Allyson. So, and also my friend Melanie, I would share anything with her. Mel, you know who you are. Yeah, so I don't know. Mascara and lipstick, I guess, would be the two things that come to mind that you're not supposed to share with people. But if I'm besties with that person, then I probably would. I don't know. And then, do you have a secret weapon when it comes to makeup? Okay, so I was thinking about that, and yes, the two secret weapons that I can recommend are, so my MAC paint stick. Now, I know this isn't cruelty free, but this is a white eyeshadow base. You guys see me use it in every makeup look, and it is, I've never found anything in terms of a white eyeshadow base that is exactly the same consistency as this and that does the same job as this does. I don't know what it is about this product. I've tried the NYX Jumbo Eyeshadow Pencil in Milk. I've tried the P. Louise base in Rumor Zero. I've tried white concealers, and nothing beats this one. I don't know if it's just the right texture, the right consistency, the right amount of emollient, and it just makes every single eyeshadow that I put on pop, and it doesn't crease, and it keeps my eyeshadow on all day in place, exactly as bright and vibrant as when I put it on. And the other secret weapon is my NYX glitter glue, because any metallic, shimmery eyeshadow or pigment that I put this under, it makes it that much more foiled and metallic. But I feel like a lot of people would have this as their secret weapon. So those are the questions. So I tag Nona from #MySoCalledLife1977. I tag my friend Laura from Gold Star Work. And I tag my bestie Allyson Krauss. And I tag beautbean. And I will have all of their channels linked in the cards and in the description box down below. So thank you, Kyra, for tagging me, and thank you for doing this tag. I think it's a lot of fun questions and it was fun to do. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and let me know what some of your answers to these questions would be if you don't have a channel. I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.